Gilbert of the Detroit Auto Dealers Association takes the stage.
Welcome to the 2024 North American Car, Truck, and Utility Vehicle of the Year Awards. The DADA and the Detroit Auto Show are proud to partner again this year with NACTOY. It's hard to believe we go back 30 years together, as this year marks the anniversary going back to 1994. And just to refresh your memories, 1994 not only brought the prestigious NACTOY Awards, but also the movie Forrest Gump, the beginning of Amazon, and the famous O.J. car chase. So that takes you right back there. I remember the kickoff of NACTOY well, as it was my fourth year here at DADA. And by the way, the two winners that year were the Mercedes C-Class and the Dodge Ram. Utility vehicles, for the most part, weren't even a thing yet. The NACTOY Awards were a marvelous concept and quite an endeavor that would be judged by a jury of the 50 most respected journalists from around the U.S. and Canada. And many of you are here today. Thank you again for volunteering your time. Special thanks goes out to Jeff Gilbert, your NACTOY president. I do just for a moment recognize Paul Sabatini, also one of our chairman emeritus here today, and also Todd Stott. They're on the committee for the show in the future too. Thanks, guys. We're also pleased once again to partner with NACTOY on an annual charitable donation to 4 charities to help improve those that live in the Detroit area. Let's get the show started. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mike Wayland, Automotive Press Association President, to come up and say a few words. Mike?
Thank you, Rod. And I don't go back as far as the awards do, but I do go back to 2011 when the Chevy Volt won the Car of the Year. That was actually one of the first things I ever covered as an automotive journalist. And it seems like maybe GM should have kept that around a little bit longer, given the current state of the industry. But no, thank you for that introduction, Rod. And this year the APA is celebrating our 30 years. We'd love to have you all as members, and to please try to contact us or go to our website, automotivepressassociation.net, and here's every way that you can reach us. Next slide. And as always, thank you to our sponsors, Hyundai, Toyota, Subaru, Honda, Kia, Nissan, GM, Ford, and Stellantis. And again, it is so great to always sponsor and partner with the North American International Auto Show and Rod, and the NACTOY journalists and the category. Just for a heads up, our upcoming events for the APA are on January 16th, a vehicle roundtable, which is always a lot of fun with some of the analysts that we as journalists always talk to and love to hear from. And then also February 15th with the Ford Futurist, which is always a very popular event for the APA. And as always, if you do report on this event, which I hope you do, please say that you heard it here first at the Automotive Press Association meeting, of course, along with the NACTOY and the DADA. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Jeff Gilbert, the president of NACTOY and also a fellow APA board member.
Mike, thank you very much. And I think you probably made a mistake in order. If we'd have had the Ford Futurist here first, maybe they could have told us who these awards were, and we could have, all saved a little bit of time. Who knows? But anyway, I'm here representing 50 automotive journalists who make up our jury. If the jury members, if you could please stand. These people drive the vehicles, they rate the vehicles, they vote on the vehicles, and I am the one of 5 board members and 50 journalists. And, we're a very diverse group. Some are gearheads, others more interested in technology. Me, I'm more of a mass market kind of person, and that's the value of these awards. They represent a consensus of which vehicles are the best of the best for any given year. And this is the 30th anniversary of our award. And through that, thank you, Rod, for being here. We've had a great partnership with the Detroit Auto Show and the Detroit Auto Dealers Association. We've joined with them in making many charitable contributions over the years. And let me give you a little tease here. Something new is coming in that area. We're working on that right now. We'll have an announcement on that later this year or maybe early next year. But it's something that will emphasize our work not just as a bunch of journalists giving out an award, but as a charitable organization. Also a few thanks to the people from Deloitte, Sandra Luss, Denny Moyer, also for many years in the past, Michelle Collins, Sandra Denny, if you would come up with the envelopes. They're from Deloitte. They don't just count the ballots. Sandra last year went over all the certification work they do, and I'm amazed. As I say many times, I'm a journalist, I don't do math. But these people do it, they get it right, and it's about a lot more than just counting a bunch of numbers. It's about certifying it so that we know there's some weight behind this award. Let's give the Deloitte people an applause. So if you could come up and bring us the envelopes, Denny. Thank you. All right, who am I bid for the information earlier? But anyway, also a few other thanks. Allie Cook, Sam Cron of our Lambert PR team, and also Amanda McCrell. She is watching. She handles our website. She does all of the logistics, and she is great. She's invaluable. To my left, our board members. These are the people who will be handing out the awards in just a couple of minutes. But first, a little bit about the process, how we decide these awards. They're not pulled out of thin air. There's a process behind it. Let's turn it over to Vice President Jack Nerad to talk about that process.
I'm going to try and do this without spilling your coffee. And I'm going to go to the notes for my spontaneous remarks here. First, I want to say it's been a privilege and an honor to serve as Vice President of the North American Car of the Year jury, a real privilege. Working with these board members, as you can imagine, has been wonderful. They're terrific. It was also a pleasure to work with previous board members, Gary Witzenberg, Gary Vassilash, and Carl Brower. It's been my privilege to do that. My job here is to explain the procedure, so let's get right into that. The goal is simple. It's something that is, at the same time, simple and very complicated. The goal is simple: to identify the most outstanding car, truck, and sport utility vehicle introduced in each year. The criteria by which we identify these vehicles is nearly as simple and certainly logical. They include innovation, design, safety, performance, technology, user experience, driver satisfaction, and of course value. These are things that I think anybody evaluating cars would look at. The North American Car of the Year Awards honors vehicles that have raised the standards in their segment and are destined to become new benchmarks. That's what we look for. Each vehicle is compared against other vehicles in its segment, and they're not compared against one another unless, of course, they're in the same segment. We all feel good about that, don't we? Yes, good. Okay. More unprepared remarks. The goals and the standards are clear. Getting a little shaky there. Getting there is a little bit, well, it's to be honest, more than a little bit more complicated than that. Each year we identify the all-new and completely redesigned vehicles in the market. Then we make certain that as many of our 50 journalists as jurors as possible drive these vehicles and evaluate them. They are from Canada and the United States. And from that point we begin a series of elimination ballots that gives us a group of about 30 semifinalists. The best of 2024 is what we call them. They're announced at the Detroit Auto Show. All of these vehicles are then invited to participate in a special ride and drive event that we have around Ann Arbor, Michigan. I might say go Wolverines here. I went to Michigan State, so I'm not sure about that, but go Wolverines. Yes. The majority of our jury participates in this multi-day event. With that concluded, each of the jurors votes in another round of balloting that results in the 9 finalists that you see around the room here. After that last round, there's some more evaluation that takes place. This mostly took place in December, where each of the jurors then cast their final ballots, and we determine what are the North American Car of the Year, North American Truck of the Year, and North American Utility Vehicle of the Year. The jurors base their votes on their individual processes. So there are essentially 50 processes. They're all pretty good because these people are experts, and I number myself even among them. The result is an unbiased, independent determination of the best new vehicles in 3 critical super segments, and so that is our procedure. And now, I'm going to reintroduce with his coffee, Jeff Gilbert.
And I have more than just coffee. I have a special thank you plaque to Jack for 5 years of service as a NACTOY Vice President. We thank you very much. You did a great job, and we're going to probably rope you in to do a little more help on some other things in the future. But thanks for all your hard work. Moving into the Vice President's role, Nicole Wakeland, who has done a great job as our Board Secretary over the past 2 years. Jill Simonillo, who couldn't be here today, has been elected Board Secretary. Greg Migliori, John Davis, Greg's our Treasurer. I served as Treasurer for 3 years. Thank you so much, Greg, for doing that. And John is our Membership Director, and he does a great job. When people want to be NACTOY members and call me, I can say, talk to John. So now enough of the preliminaries. It's time for what we have all been waiting for. The 3 envelopes are here, and we are going to tell you, and also find out ourselves, the winner of North American Car, Truck, and Utility of the Year. Thank you very much.
Okay, I get the very first one. This is kind of like a lot of pressure. So I have the 2024 NACTOY Car of the Year. Our finalists were the Honda Accord, the Hyundai Ioniq 6, and the Toyota Prius and Prius Prime. So let's see. The winner of the 2024 Car of the Year is the Toyota Prius.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Scott Nieheisel. I'm the General Manager of the Midwest region for Toyota. We are excited about the Prius and Prius Prime winning the 2024 North American Car of the Year Award. We started this hybridization journey, 25 years ago, and we've sold more than 5 million of these. We're excited about this new vehicle, the styling, the performance, but more importantly, we're excited about the future of hybridization, both with Toyota and all the manufacturers in the industry. So on behalf of Toyota, thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. It's my honor to reveal the Truck of the Year. The semi-finalists were the Ford Super Duty, the Chevy Silverado EV, and the Colorado. The 2024 North American Truck of the Year is the Ford Super Duty. Good morning, everybody. I'm Andrew Kernahan. I'm the Chief Engineer for Super Duty. We're very proud to receive this award on behalf of the thousands of team members that design and build these trucks, which is really intended to be the ultimate built for tough tool for work and for recreation. And we thank you very much for this award, which means an immense amount to the entire team. Thank you.
And now for our last honor of the morning, the 2024 North American Utility Vehicle of the Year. And our finalists are the Genesis Electrified DB70, the Hyundai Kona and Kona EV, and the Kia EV9. And here's the envelope, and here's the letter. And our winner of the 2024 North American Utility Vehicle of the Year, the Kia EV9.
John, and thank you to the NACTOY jurors. I also have some spontaneous remarks for you this morning. This is a huge honor, and on behalf of Kia, we offer our deepest gratitude. You might say that while EV9 is just another step for Kia, it's a giant leap towards our vision of becoming a leading sustainable mobility provider. When Telluride was named by you as North American Utility of the Year in 2020, it shook the industry and put our competitors on clear notice. As a result, well, we are Kia. So we pushed even harder during development of the EV6, and you clearly approved and named EV6 as Utility Vehicle of the Year for 2023. As the competitive field of nominees came into focus for 24, we held our collective breath and hoped EV9 would be a contender. After all, it rides on the same eGMP platform as the multiple award-winning EV6. But EV9 also includes the spirit and capability of the multiple award-winning Telluride. EV9, EV6, and Telluride have confirmed our commitment to making the right vehicles for our customers, and in the case of EV6 and EV9, in the growing strength of our Plan S strategy. Well, we did it again. On behalf of thousands of Kia employees worldwide and dealers here in the U.S., thank you so much. And now I must admit, I'm looking forward to seeing you all of you again here in 2025. Thank you again. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, John.
On behalf of NACTOY's jurors and officers, I would thank everybody who joined us here for joining us here physically, and those who joined us virtually as well for what's really our most exciting day of the year. A press release with more information about the winning vehicles, including photos, B-roll, jurors' comments, will soon be available in English, French, and Spanish on our website, NorthAmericanCarOfTheYear.org. Thank you again for joining us.